You are live. Bugs a leg, that's a clock. Do you know what I do, Stefan? I can't deny it. I am. That's probably why when I started thinking I was Nigerian for a bit, it was definitely because my punctuation, mate, was the worst. I'm always late for everything. Well, do you know what, though? Unless it's important, that's my thing. Promise you now. If there's anything, so like interviews or anything like that, have I ever turned up for job interviews late? Probably. I've not even had that many job interviews. Nah, I feel like job interviews. School, I was never even late for school growing up. And I went in all the time, and I only ever wagged one day of school in my life. I was never that kid, mate. My mum and dad would have killed me if I wagged school, so I was never like someone who just got off on school, but I was always in school at school on time and stuff. I'm trying to think of that, and I'm never ever late for work. Anyone I've ever worked with will tell you I'm never late for work or anything like that. I don't know. But I'm late for everything else. If I'm meeting up with someone, if I've got to meet somewhere, I'm late. If I'm getting picked up, even if people are coming picking me up from my house, I have the audacity to not be ready. That's how bad I am. Who have we got in here? Who's the see, do you know what it is with this fucking StreamYard? You have to fucking chat shit for two minutes anyway. Do you know what it is with the StreamYard, right? It doesn't the chat shit compared to the actual YouTube chat. If you had 24 hours to eat 2,400 calories to win 1 million, how would you go about it? 24, yes, Terry. Terry's back. Terry, do you know what? I had an encounter with a guy called Peter today, who I kind of would feel like you are one of him. Not him, but one of him. But then I feel like you're actually all right. Zach, if you had, should we just go to this? Right, we'll answer this. And then I've got some good questions and I want to make sure I do them all. So then we can just flick through and think it through. What am I even saying? We can just flick between questions in that and the questions we've got. Saw your tweet about City not dropping points to Liverpool. Look at that. Yeah, no, do you know what? I wrote that without even, I didn't even look. I didn't even know who they were playing, didn't know who we were playing, didn't have a clue, just wrote it because it was just reactionary to them winning and me being like, my head falling off a little bit. Yes, Harry, we are proper back as well, by the way. I've missed doing these, but like, I don't know. I feel like towards the last couple, I just couldn't be arsed doing them. And then I feel like maybe you just have to be stoned because then the one before Christmas was sick. I loved doing episode 12. Terry, I don't think I do. I think it's going tomorrow. Yes, Supreme's back. Where all the boys are back. I've been flapping coming back because I'm definitely not a nerd for these things, but I look at all these shit and you look at it, there's a little definitely you can search my name. I'm not posting it ever. I think I've only ever posted on it once on Reddit. I think it was about Z Gets. Who had a boxing Twitter argument, like we'll get to that in a minute, mate. This is light-hearted stuff for now. Do you know what? Actually, let me check out what I've done. Oh, I would have left it at finger, which is fine. Let me check the comment thing. Do you know what I was realizing? Yeah, no, it's on any duration. So I can't be that stoned. Do you know what I realized? When I start these, from stoned, I usually put the comments on can only fucking comment if they've been a subscriber for 5 minutes because I think, listen, I'll be live and I'll have it. And if anyone wants to come in, we can argue with them. I'll have it with any people in the figure. I'll probably come out in the end because there's no way I'm just going to sit arguing with them like I do on Twitter. Why do I argue with these people on Twitter, by the way? Still don't know why I argue with them. Sometimes I think, don't argue with them. They're all idiots. But then I can't help myself. I feel like it's not good to get a nibble off me because I am a nibble machine, mate. I nibble at everything. I nibble all the time at everything. So why do I argue with these people? I just love an argument. I feel like when I'm stoned, I don't love an argument. I feel like let's say I get a tweet now, I feel like I'll just make a joke of it. But if I'm fucking sober, or especially if I'm pissed, then I just want to fight them all the time and argue with them all the time. Because you didn't go live last Sunday. I couldn't, bro. I know it would have been good. Would have been good, Paul, but I couldn't. And I just think it would have been bang on going live in that situation. Do you know what I mean? So no, I couldn't. But it would have been a laugh. But yeah, couldn't. Yes, but Paul's here. Me and Paul had a fucking great time on Sunday, by the way. What was we talking about then? Because I need to make sure I've actually finished the things we're talking about. What was we talking about then? Oh, I've also not Instagrammed it. This is how unserious I am about this. Sometimes I don't even post these things. Sometimes I do a video. I spend an hour of my life doing a video, right? Sitting, talking into a camera for an hour, start to finish or whatever. And I'll tweet it once and then never tweet it again. Just leave it. Sometimes I don't even put them up. Do you know how many videos I've done that I just don't put on? I need to start actually taking this seriously. I think this live chat could be good. I actually genuinely have that heart. I think if I just do this live chat every week for 3 years, in 3 years' time, it'll be good. It'll have a lot of people watching it because you just have to do something and keep sticking at it, and then people will jump on it eventually. So I'll say something that's really funny or something that's good, or I'll have a really good take, and then I'll post a take when it's a big payoff, and it will blow up. Just watch. 3 years. What was we talking about first? Oh yeah, I've not even answered that question. First person in, first question. Not even got close to answering it. Right, hang on. I was supposed to spend the first 2 minutes doing an Instagram thing. Let me put it on my story, and then we'll kick it off. It's only 5 minutes. We've got all night. But yeah, they're going to be back. Definitely, I'll talk at the same time. What picture can I do? This is why if you ever look at my Instagram story of the like the advertisement of this, it's just any picture because I never plan them. So it's just going to be a picture of JJ. To be fair, it's cute. He's in his ball pool. Finally bit the bullet and got JJ a proper ball pool, and it's the worst thing I've ever done in all my life. The balls are everywhere. Then the little fucking plastic balls are all over the house, mate. Why did I buy him a ball pool? He doesn't need a ball pool. Worst thing ever. And he loves it, so I can't get rid of it. Right, hang on. Let me just do this and then we'll go to the fingers. I've got some good questions, like really good questions. See, this is bad. What do I hang on. What am I just putting the fingers? Live now. I'm so stoned. Do you know what you get when you do these? I'm here really does to entertain my partner. John, yeah, do you know what I've realised about John? Yeah, he's a fucking bad grass, doesn't watch my stuff. Yeah, I feel like he's blagged his way till this point. Why did I leave? We're off topic to do stuff with John. I should be fucking asking them to come back and getting rid of John. He doesn't even watch my stuff. He's a grass. If he did a video, I would probably watch bits of it. Most of it. I reckon I'd watch it all, actually, depending on what it was about. Maybe he's not interested in what I do. Maybe he doesn't find do you not find me funny, John? John, I think you're quite funny. Right, anyway, I've not even wrote nothing. What's the caption for this? Live chat, episode 13. Live now. I've got, I reckon, about 2,000 people I've got on Instagram. Don't even probably know why I even have Twitter. 13. That'll do. Does it even need to be big on Instagram though? Who's seen? Imagine me seeing something like this on someone's Instagram story and even ever thinking I would ever click on it. Why do I think people are going to click on this on Instagram? It doesn't matter who I follow on Instagram. Not a single person in this world, which obviously just does a bit of a no Cockney Tories vibe. How are you feeling about the news, John, of a point deduction? Have they been deducted points again? Shut up. No, they've not been deducted points again. Have they been deducted the points again? See, Mike's stoned. So what if Mike's things getting stoned and just throwing in random things for me to see to like waste my time? What if that's Mike's fucking stoned like kick lady gets thing? What have they got another point reduction? Everton point reduction. Still not said what I'd do in a minute. Hang on, that's point deduction. Oh, is it going to be a joke? I don't get it. I've missed it. Write it in there. Is it real? No, them and Forest. What? I don't get what you mean. David Arnstein's tweet. Oh, here we go. Are they just going to start? Is it just going to be one of the things where they just start fucking knocking everyone off points? Everton, Nottingham Forest expected to be informed on Monday that they've been found in breach of profit rules. Yeah, they won't get more points, surely. They're going to get more points. Until it's official, I'm not talking about it because it might not even happen and I might get my hopes up for nothing. Actually, I don't even know if I want Everton to get more points. I don't really want Everton to go down. Is that the wool? Terry, I don't think I suit the beard. I think it makes me look really old, which I am obviously old, but I think it makes me look even older than fucking 31. And I'm not older than 31. I'm 31, so I should look 31. And I feel like without a beard, I look 31. Right, what question did Zach ask? Because I've got good questions, but I'll answer Zach's question. You know what you get when you have a joy to do these? They're well better when you're on up. This is fun. I'm having a good time, right? They're better when you're on up. But to be half an hour after that joint, mate, I couldn't think of anything worse than doing this. Oh, you get like the equivalent of like when you go into town and your stomach feels shit. It'll just be a fine. Yeah, they won't get points again. No way they're getting points again. Anyway, let's everyone answer this question because that was the first thing. We have to answer the first, but that should be a new rule. That's a new rule now with the live chat. Official. Put it in the rule book. Whoever's the first in with the first question, it gets answered no matter what. So Zach's question is: you've had 24 hours to. I'll put it on the screen. Look at that. Yeah, if you had 24 hours to eat, if you had 24 hours to eat 2,400, it's 2,400 or 24,000 that? 24,000. 24,000, that, isn't it? Wow, calories to win a meal. Well, no, 2,400 wouldn't even be a lot. 24,000. 24,000 calories to win a million. How would you go about it? Like I was reading that wrong first, thinking it's not even hard. 24,000 calories are a lot, innit? How much is in a Big Mac? Something like that. So much snide like that doesn't even fill you up. How many calories in a Big Mac? 1,200. Imagine that. What would it be? 18 Big Macs? Could you eat 18 Big Macs? I'm sure I seen a video of my barbers was doing. They were eating cheeseburgers. Is that like a thing? Is that like a viral thing? I feel like my barbers is very viral. They don't go viral. They just like do viral trends. Do you know what I mean? Was eating cheeseburgers a thing? Last time we was alive, I'm sure John was viewing Everton watch along. Last time they was alive. Oh, fucking hell, I've shit this time. Do you know the alarm's been changed now? So get this, yeah. How bad's this? So the alarm goes off at 8:30, but I never ring him at 8:30. Yeah, I always like snooze it a couple of times. But I do. My thing is to ring him from sometime between 8:30. Yeah. So I've changed it to 7:45 because usually I have 2 snoozes and I ring him. He kicked off me the other day. I said, "Listen, you've been doing it all this time." I thought I was being nice, right? But apparently, I ring him for his soaps. So that some days through the week, what soaps are on at 8:30? Is it Calorie or EastEnders? He watches soaps. He's always watched soaps all my life. My dad's watched soaps. They're the worst things in the world. I mean, I used to always think my mum liked them. I thought my mum liked soaps for years. It was only about 3-4 years ago when I finally said, how do you watch these things? She's like, I don't watch them. It's your dad. They're fucking shocking. I used to think less of my mum sometimes, thinking, why does she like soaps? But apparently she doesn't. She has to imagine that, mate. That must be love. That she sat through soaps. We watched soaps. Soaps was on the downstairs TV every single day. They were on. Every Corrie, every EastEnders was on every single time. Soaps, yeah. Mum hated them. I hated them just for my dad. How bad's that? That's love, that, mate. Because I promise you, I wouldn't. Well, maybe just didn't have 2 good TVs. Love watching the soaps when I was a kid. They were bad, John. Oh, they were bad. I feel like I'd liked them a bit more as a kid because I was a kid and I didn't understand about acting and that. And I don't know. I feel like I just probably liked them more because I was a kid and that. It was the only choice, though. Yeah, probably was the only choice. And who had 2 TVs? Now, if I want to watch something downstairs, Meg can watch anything upstairs. Imagine having anything upstairs. Upstairs, you just had the shittest of the shit. To be honest, when the Sky thing came in, what was that? Sky multi-room. How sick was Sky multi-room? Sky multi-room was the best thing, the best invention. For inventions that changed my life, I think Sky multi-room was the best of all time. Obviously cars and that, but I mean that was invented in my lifetime. Sky multi-room was a game changer. And I think it was only a tenner extra when it to put another box in someone else's room. So obviously no one's parents were asked about doing it. It was the sickest thing ever. They just had Sky in your room. Unreal, mate. You watched your parents watched. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. It's the Platt actually fucked it there, mate. Is it Platt? David Barlow, elite character. David Barlow, though, do you know what I mean? He's the meme of the hello fellow kids trying to fit in with us all those. So John, I you 27. I always think you're a little bit old, you're a little bit younger to be in with the fully things of the over 30s. You don't even watch what we watch. Shut up, mate. You're lying. Is Patrick Doyle Paddy? Or is that a different person? Nah, Paddy's Paddy, innit? Paddy's called Paddy. Patrick someone's else. Yes, Patrick. We've still not answered that question. What, right? 12 minutes in, not answered a single question. This could be the worst for just talking garbage. Right. If you had 24, what's this? I can't read it again. What would we, let's just get this out of the way so we can start the actual thing. Because what would we, oh, you can't see when I click off the thing. Oh, yeah, you can. I've just noticed it goes darker and lighter, innit? When I'm off the thing. So you know when I'm off it. This is me checking something else out. I've just noticed that. Oh, I'm so stoned. Are you watching Kane, you ghost man? What's Kane? Are you watching Kane, you ghost man? Kane? What's Kane, mate? How would we eat 2,400 calories? What could you do? 24,000 calories? I don't think you could, you know. How bad would that be if you was do you know where physically you can't eat any more food? It happens to the best of us. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Sometimes you just can't eat any more food, no matter how much you want to eat more food. You can't. When you go to a buffet and stuff like that, you can't. Not even if you're drinking. Sometimes you stop eating at a certain amount when you want to have a drink afterwards. But I'm talking about when your only plan is to go to bed and you physically can't eat anymore. That'll be me in 3 hours. Yeah, I physically won't be able to eat anymore, and I'll have to go to bed feeling sick. Imagine getting that, and you've only got 2,000 calories left, and you can win £1 million. What would you do? It'd be the worst thing in the world. What would you do? Make yourself be sick? I bet that there'll be some sort of rule in that. There's no way someone's going to do a fucking deal like this with you and not have it in the rules that you can't make yourself sick, or everyone would just be making themselves sick. There's no way you could do it. Well, could you do it actually? How much does that? What's that fucking idiot called? Well, he's actually an idiot. Why would I just call him an idiot then for no reason? I don't even know him, and I actually think I think I kind of like him. What's he called? Not Stuart Hall. Stuart Hall's the boxer. He's the other one. Stuart Hall. Do you know what I mean? The reason why that's made me laugh because you always say you're full leg each guy what you're with. Yeah, you do. Stuart Hall is the boxer, and I'm thinking of Eddie Hall. Do you know the two differences between them two? If we come, I don't think you can get 2 different people looking like each other. Is everyone onto Stuart Hall and Eddie Hall? See, if I had a little producer now, he could get me a picture of Stuart Hall and Eddie Hall together, and it could go boom, look up on the screen, and everyone would go, ha 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 ha, yeah, I get what he's laughing at, but we haven't got one. All right. But Eddie Hall did a video with Tommy Fury where he had loads of calories, tens of thousands, I'm sure he did. And I watched one where he did it with his missus. Don't know, for some reason I've watched two. I feel like this is too many, but I've watched 2 videos of Eddie Hall swapping his diets with people. Like, why would I care about that? But I did. They were entertaining. One with Tommy Fury and one with his missus. I couldn't believe how much Tommy Fury ate. I could believe how little his missus ate, because girls don't eat fuck all, but Tommy Fury eats a lot of food, you know, unless he was blagging it for the video. But then why would you do that? Because it's funnier if you eat a lot less and then you have to eat all his food. But he ate a lot of Eddie. I think he finished everything Eddie Hall ate, but I think he must have felt sick, mate. Fuck that. Do you know when I knew he was going to be terrible at boxing? When fucking Eddie, mate, if you let any light heavyweight have a full-on shot, I don't care if Eddie Hall thinks he's in shape because he's a big, massive guy. If you let any decent light heavyweight boxer just have a full fucking dodged or anything, or unmoved, whatever shot at your fucking body, and you don't go down or done nothing, then he ain't got any power. Tommy Fury has no power. Couldn't even knock him down. He just went, If anyone's, I think he burped actually, said he felt sick. It's terrible. But his girlfriend, his missus, eats nothing, mate. She don't eat a single thing. Right. I don't know how you do it. I don't know. Let me Google. Do you know what? I reckon I could eat some of them meal challenges in turn like 25k, and you get an hour, you'd be able to pick that out all day easy. Nah, no way. No way. Some of them eating challenges when you're out 25,000 calories. Like they're massive, big fucking Mike says some of the meal challenges in time. I think I've read it already. Mike says, after I've just read it. Anyway, I'll put it on the screen. Boom. You can't, that's no way. I need someone to argue with this, the case. There's no way there's meal competitions that are 25k calories. Think of them. No way. Do you know the big massive mixed grills and that? I watched my mate attack one of them once in Cavos. Them massive mixed grills and all that, where it's loads of burgers stacked up and shit like that. There's no way that's 25,000 calories. Do you know how many that is? Can't be. No way. Go and find one of them. The burger in one of those like can't possibly be 16k calories for a burger. How many burgers are in a Big Mac? No, Big Tasty. Big Tasty. See, I like Big Tasties. If Big Tasties were in Macca's all the time, I would probably go more often, but they're not. How many? It's the only burger they do that's actually tastes of anything. How many calories are in a Big Tasty? Mackey's is bad, isn't it? But I feel like for how much I slag Mackey's off, I was there a lot last year compared to previous years. One of my like wild claims has always been when people like talk to me about Mackey's and to try and explain how like much I think Mackey's is shit and how little I go, as I will say I've definitely not been to Mackey's 10 times this year. And I could say it in December and it would usually be true. But I reckon I went to Mackey's for the first time in my entire life. I think I went to Mackey's 10 times last year. I got about 10 Mackey's breakfast. Every time I was rough, for some reason, I would order a Mackey's breakfast. Because like, see you in 10 minutes. It's ridiculous, isn't it, just eating that? Obviously, other stuff you can get terrorised by. Some guy that it needed full 24 hours setting his alarm to eat cool burgers to do 4 bells. See, you're talking nonsense, Mike. If a guy's having to set alarms and that to make sure he can do it, there's no way that there's one in town that people are doing by accident. No way. You're wrong on them measurements, mate. But you're proper stoned, aren't you? So you're probably just overthinking about things. I'm sure the milkshakes. Yeah, because milkshakes are in. But you can't. So Stefan says that milkshakes are like 800 calories. Yeah, but you can't eat. There's only so many milkshakes you can eat and consume in a day. You'll be sick. Surely there's like, if you be sick by accident, if you make yourself physically be sick because you ate too much, you can't disqualify. But if you put your fingers down your throat, obviously they're going to say you're not getting £1 million. Do you know how fucking much £1 million is to give away for this? So you're not going to get it. But if you're sick, you're sick. But milkshakes, imagine that. Maybe that'd be a tactic. Fill up on milkshakes. If you have, think of like a proper Oreo milkshake. So I like Oreo biscuits, but I'm not like them. Macadamia nuts are heavy on calories too. Mate, I'm allergic to nuts. You know how many people suggest things with nuts into me? Even Meg offers me nuts and stuff. She must want to be fucking dead. I can't eat nuts. I'm allergic to nuts, but don't care. I don't like nuts anyway. I never liked Snickers. Never liked any chocolate with nuts. I've never liked the taste of like nuts in chocolate, in ice cream or anything like that. Nothing. Don't like nuts anyway. I think the taste of nuts is horrible. White chocolate cookies are packed with it. Just see what I'm doing. Yeah, no, that's why. So I remember, honestly, God's honest truth. I remember it happening a couple of times, but just me being just like stupid and oblivious to it. I used to get the white chocolate cookies from Subway anytime I got a Subway meal. Back in the day when you could get like Subway meals for like £4, back of bus tickets and shit, and it was worth it. And when I was in like college and I did a year apprenticeship and I did I did about 6 months. I did 6 months at this thing called Genesis, where I left I quit college just before my AS levels, and then went and did an apprenticeship. But in between quitting college and going to the apprenticeship, my mate was like, if you jump on this thing, you go every day and they just like play pool and like play football and like they do teach you things. They used to do like fucking job things on a Friday. Somebody come in and teach you how to do fucking CVs and interviews and shit. You got 30 quid EMA no matter what. I never got EMA, never in my life. Yeah, it was means tested, and my mum and dad earned more. We weren't rich by then, but by the time by the time EMA level came around, we obviously we were skint growing up. By the time EMA came around, EMA, whatever it was called, my mum and dad had like a little bit of money then, or definitely had decent jobs because I never got EMA ever, and I was gutted. It used to kill me that I never got EMA. Or my mates got it 30 quid a week for nothing. It was the sickest. And yeah, I've got EpiPens. And I've got an EpiPen, I should carry it around, but all my family just, I'm so lax about it. Me, yeah, I've got an EpiPen and I just haven't, I had loads and they were all expired and I've just not got another one. Thoughts on Spudman on TikTok? I don't know who Spudman is, mate. TikTok, come on. Who's Spudman? I don't know about TikTok. I will never get TikTok. Do you know if I should get TikTok for this, but I just can't. I hate it too much. Yeah, we'll go off. It's 21 minutes in. I haven't even actually answered his question about the calories, but that is a new thing. But obviously, it'll come in from next week. We will answer your question if you're the first did. But in terms of that, oh no, I didn't even Big Mac. There's 800 calories in a big tasty. I easily do 25k. 800 calories in a big tasty. 25 big tasties, and that's even taking 200 off. Yeah, that's a lot, mate. KH has swerved me and John. Swerved us. Why have you swerved us, KH, mate? We're fucking reevaluating the whole podcast. Why have you swerved us? Favourite takeaway in Wallasey? Favourite takeaway in Wallasey is Two Dragons, but it's weird because I feel like it's not. Is it a takeaway? No, it's not a takeaway, is it? That's a Chinese. Favourite takeaway in Wallasey? Not many. The one that I use the most, hang on. The one that I like the most, let me go on with Just Eat. But a little bit just because I'm like a bit of a cheap bastard, you know what I mean? Because they've got a sick meal deal. Hang on. Orders. Oh, why have I only got 2 orders on me Just Eat? Papagino's, mate. That was a bad takeaway. What's it called? Pizza Point. It's called Pizza Point. Let me have a look. Yeah, Pizza Point. That's the gaff. Pizza Point, mate. Pizza Point in Birkenhead. Serious gaff, actually. They've got a sick meal deal. Can't remember what it is, but you get, hang on, it's like you get a kebab, a massive pizza, chips, to get dirty fries. Yeah, not been, Stefan. Is it still there? How good is Two Dragons, bro, for a Chinese? See, the thing about, is that for you getting somewhere to eat tonight? Because if it is, they're not open on Sundays. How bad is that? Mate, at times I've had something where like it's been a busy hour every weekend, or I've gone out on a Saturday or whatever, and it's like game or anything, and I'm like, right, Sunday, let's get a fucking Two Dragons. Yeah, just had a very busy New Year. Do you know what, Kate? Can't even blame you for that because I have the same. I did not. December New Year did nothing. Didn't do anything productive whatsoever. Just like I feel like I'm busy all the time in December, but I like it. Not a clue since you mentioned it. You said it'd go up in price, didn't you? I think it will as well. Send it me. Oh, it'll be in that chat. I'll go up. I will try it out. To be fair, I've got one more week of being fat. I did say I was going to start fasting and dieting this week. That's just the week that's coming. I just thought I'm not going to. I'm going to start the week after. I'm going to book an holiday this week, right, for March. This is the plan. This week, some point in the week, I'm going to book an holiday for March, but the end of March, and then I'll start losing weight as soon as that holiday's booked. I can't lose weight for nothing, and Glassdoor's so far ahead that I just don't. I can't get in lose weight mode for Glassdoor because I know I can sort June out in March. So I need something in March. And then when I get back off holiday, so I can lose weight and be healthy for March. And then when I get back from my holiday on March, I can't slip up before June because it's the start of June as well. So then I'll stay eating healthy and in some sort of shape till at least June, and then I'll definitely have an holiday in the summer. So that will keep me. I reckon I can strategically. Do you know this chat's not keeping up? I'm missing all these. So when you go on this chat keeps up, right? But I can't watch it on this because the thing on the side's behind, and you can't see yourself, and it's weird. So I have to watch it on this, and the chat's just going. Two Dragons is cash only forever, mate. Two Dragons is always cash only, mate. Do you know that's how Meg gets me because it's cash only? So I go and pay for it, and then she'll never send me the half of it ever. Well, sometimes, not all the time. To be fair, I usually will be treating her, but The times where we always go, where she'll blag me to get a Chinese, and she's like, "Oh, do you want to get a Chinese?" And I'm thinking, "Nah, I don't want to get a Chinese because I don't want to pay for a Chinese." And she'll go, "We'll pay for it ourselves." So we'll both fucking go halves on this Chinese, and it never happens because I have to go pay cash because they only take cash. Sickest Chinese of all time, though. But so one thing, Jamie, yeah, you won't get about me living up here off in Bolton. So Bolton, a Chinese is a Chinese, and I couldn't. It took me ages. Yeah, Meg was like, yeah, trust me, it's good, it's good. Ordering English food, not English food, but English like a fish and chips or fish, yeah, like fish chips and curry, fish chips and thingies, sausage and chips. Yeah, it blew my mind that you just order them from your Chinese gaffs, and they're perfect. They're better. They're as good as anything you would have from an English one in Bolton. But that was never. It would be. You would never ever in your wildest dreams buy, except like a couple like tongue ting, but buy fish and chips from a Chinese chippy in Bolton. You buy it from a traditional English chippy. We're saying better beef on steroids. We probably, but everyone's on steroids. Who's asked? Mike has just sent me a 40k burger. Probably took it. Where do they sell it? 40. You can't send me one 40k burger and say it's that. Have you ever done calorie counting? Yeah, for years that was my method of crash dieting. I've just come to the conclusion that I'll only ever crash diet. Um, I'll never change my lifestyle. It'll just be get fat over the winter. I've not managed to not get massive this winter though. I've not got big. I'm put weight on, but I've not gone like usually. If you look at my pictures from December, I'm always like massive, blown out face, stomach, everything. I've managed to go to the gym enough to eat what I want because I do. I have been smashing the gym, but the diet is terrible. I can't tell you. Can't tell you how bad my diet is in the minute. I eat a lot of food every single day, all the time. Great shirt about Chippers and Wallace's. I've moved to Sheffield and it's a shame. My missus can't get around. Yeah, thank you. You get it. So you've moved out and realised it, and I've moved in and realised it. So you the same, but you wouldn't, would you, with a Chinese? You wouldn't get English from a Chinese, but I love it that it's all in the same place. And it's well cheaper as well. For proper English, like traditional English chippy from Chinese is well cheaper up here. Sick. But so one thing I'll say about up here, what I've missed about up here, but what's better. So the Chinese up here, hands down, miles better. Must be because obviously I'm guessing there's a well more Chinese community and a like core Chinese community in Liverpool and like with the Wirral and that compared to Bolton. But Bolton, mate, obviously because it's probably about 40% is like Pakistani or Indian, like Asian. They do a proper. You get a proper curry in Bolton, mate. You do not get a. I've still not had a proper curry up here. Never. Still haven't had one. Meg's favourite place is good. It's as good as you're going to get up here, don't get me wrong, but compared to like bad places that do Indians in Bolton, the places up here are not great. But the Chinese, best ever. And then, and I don't think you do as good proper takeaways as well, like proper kebabs. You don't get the kebabs in Bolton where they do it right, where the fucking naan bread and that is soaked in sauce, and you get the naan bread itself is a treat. I eat the meat and then eat the naan bread, and that's nice because it's that like moist and wet, and do you know what I mean? In like all sauces off the kebab. You scram that and it's nice. It makes all the salad nice. Don't get that up here. Same in Sheffield, curry shit in the wheel. Yeah, see, Michael's on it. See, why have you moved, bro? Come back. Best way to be is asked about restricting what you can eat. I don't know. I don't know, Rob. I think, but I don't like being fat. One thing I'll say is, and I heard this once, and I remember hearing it once, and it sticks in my mind forever. And and it does usually work when I'm crash dieting. Nothing tastes as good as being skinny is, and that is true. The difference when I leave my house in summer in just a t-shirt and it's not even like stuck to me at all and I feel good in the t-shirt is completely different. Indians in Sheffield are heavy. Don't think I've had an Indian in Sheffield, but I've been to Sheffield a few times. What other question was you asking? Better be on steroids. Yeah, but all boxers are on steroids. And if you're not on steroids, you should be on steroids because everyone else is on steroids. So you're stupid for thinking there's any sort of like fairness in boxing. So yeah, probably is on them, but most are. Do you want sleep? Bring it back from Tenerife. Nah, Jake. Sorry, mate. I ignored Jake twice. I don't want to sleep back from Tenerife. Probably trying to take the piss, but now you'll feel like I'm blanking him. Don't want to sleep back from Tenerife. I don't want anything back from Tenerife, actually. I've never buy sleeves either. I've got mates who don't smoke who buy sleeves and sell them all the time, and I think it's a good money maker, but I never do. Ocean Wave. I think I've been told about Ocean Wave before. Yes, look at that. As we're on here, Cormac booked your place at Airbnb. So get this, look at a new story in my life. Yeah, so I signed over my other house to an Airbnb like management company to just run it, thinking, oh, it'll be the easiest thing ever. I won't have to deal with it. Terrible, mate. They have made a mockery of it, right? Shocking. Couldn't have done a worse job. Then I find out that the franchise elite, the head one that the big company I signed up with, they just franchised it out. Obviously, I'm not stupid. I knew that would have been the case anyway, but the franchise people who looked after mine were terrible, right? Shocking. Then I find out them two are in legal dispute with each other, right? Having a full-on fucking battle. absolutely spot on. Why is this chat not connecting? Because I've gone onto the other one and it's fucking at a different time. Anyway, they're having a legal battle with everyone, so I've managed to get out of it without paying all the fees I should have, because mate, they're fucking having a legal battle with each other behind my back. Not even told me. The only reason why they told me is because I complained to one about the other and got like information on it. Most people probably won't even know who's the managing them. They're just like going about it quietly and beefing each other. Anyway, I got control of the account and everything without having to pay all the fucking shit you should have to pay for it. Changed a load of stuff in it, like the price and that, to make it like well more realistic. 4 bookings already. Just got another there. McCormack booked your place instantly. Hang on. Okay, let's get rid of all them notifications. McCormack booked your place instantly. January 26th to the 28th. When's that? Is that soon? Oh no, ages off. I've not done. What curry do you get from the Indian? Someone's asked this. How mad's that? Someone's asked this in the thing. Look at this. Is one of the questions. Where's all the live chat questions? I need a wee. Harry Hogan. You're not Harry Hogan. What's the best curry? I suppose that's not the best curry. Oh, it's what curry do you get from the Indian? That's not the thing. Yes, is that Chantal from work? Yes, CE. Yeah, it is. Why was I so shocked when your last name was Evans? I've used Fucked Off Max and Don for footy podcast. Right, so I feel like we've left. We're not doing the football podcast. I feel like we've not fucked them off, but we're not doing it. But then I do feel like no, and John will hate me for this, but I also love doing videos with John and want to do a podcast with John. I feel like I miss doing a football podcast. I don't know why. I feel like I do miss doing a football podcast. I like talking about football a bit more now, but I feel like I went in that and didn't like talking about football in that, maybe just in that, and then but I do think I like talking about football. I think that podcast was just too late for me, time-wise. It was just late at night, and this is a late night, and Tuesday, then I have work the next day. Why are you so shocked my last name was Evans? I don't know. I really don't know. Chantal Evans, I don't know why I thought it was not Evans. I haven't got a clue, but no, I didn't think it was Evans. What else was I saying about them? What was I talking about then? Oh, Indian. So I never had a curry for a long, long time, 20. So my dad would make curries, but what he would call curries, like a Nigerian curry. And it's awful, hated it. But just, to me, that was a curry. I didn't realise it was other curry. Well, maybe I did, I don't know. And I just never had curries. It always like spoiled curries for me. So I never ate curries for ages. And then I went out for a curry for my 21st or my mate's 21st? My mate's 21st, but I would have been nearly 21, or I might have been 21. And it was the first time I'd ever had a curry in my life. And I just got a Rogan Josh, because just Rogan Josh, honestly, genuinely. And that was my curry forever then. I thought, well, for ages, I thought curries were nice. I never branched out, and then I started branching out. I remember I branched out once from the Rogan Josh, and it scarred me forever. Is it a dough piazzi where it just comes with a big fucking onion in it? Like, I like onions, but like one big fucking onion in the thing. And it put me, I think it was that, and it put me off, like, trying another curry then again. So I stayed on Rogan Josh's for ages, but then I can go on other ones. But then the other day as well, I ordered a madras. Because sometimes, but this is what's happened. This sort of thingy, Michael, you'll know about this. I ordered a madras, Michael, because of how fucking dog shit they are up here, where they've just got like no flavour. So I thought, well, why don't I go for like something with a little bit of spice? Because maybe up here it'll have like a decent bit of flavour compared to how bad the Rogan Joshes are up in here and how bad like the Booners are in that up here. And it was the hottest thing in the world. I tried everything. I ended up going into the fridge out of desperation at the end when I was thinking, mate, bear in mind, I remember that was another one, my treat for everyone. I paid a fortune for that fucking Indian. The only good thing about that was, so Meg breaks my heart. Chicken tikka masala, girl. Chicken tikka masala, mate. It's not even a real fucking curry, mate. Chicken tikka masala. And she never eats it all. She leaves out most of it all the time, which I would scran if it was anything else other than a chicken tikka masala. They're disgusting. It's fucking bright orange and it's horrible. Can't eat them. They're always dead sweet, and I hate sweet like how I don't like sauces. I don't like sweet sauces, do I? Like I said that about barbecue and all that sweet chili. I don't like sweet sauces. I can't fucking act like brown sauce. Like, can't do it. Your keema's unreal. What the hell have you just said? Then, Stefan? Got no heat to them though. I don't need heat. I like a little bit of heat, but don't necessarily need heat. If you can have heat, legit South Indian curries are bossed up. If you can have heat and you like it, you don't have to have it. Does that make sense? Karai's a good one. Chicken Karai's the best. I've had a chicken. So my mate Jordan, he's the one who tells me, to be fair, he tells me other curries and I'll jump on them off him. So most of the curries he's told me about, I've liked them. So he told me about a Karai. He told me about another one that was really nice. I forgot what it is. Do you know what I've started? But I never knew them. Do you know when you used to see them like mixed grills and people would post like tandoori mixed grills and stuff? I didn't used to think that's what you would get from an Indian. Don't know why. I never used to think there was in an Indian. It was only when that, what's it called? Mani started posting them as in like Indian food. And I thought, or is it? Yeah, isn't it? Thinking that's like That's like Indian food. That's like an Indian. Like you get that from an Indian. I would have never known you could get them mixed grills from an Indian. I don't think I've ever seen anyone ever get one. I heard you say chicken korma was too hot for you, mate. Shut up, mate. Korma's another one. Right, think about korma and think about chicken tikka masala. Yeah, how can you have something from a country as rich, where the ingredients are as rich and that as India, and the flavors are, and it have no veg in it? It has no veg. They don't have veg in them. How can you have two curries with no veg in it? It's ridiculous. Korma madras hot is the one. Korma madras hot is the one. What do you mean? Has that got any veg in it again? If it's got no veg in it, it's bad. Keema curry from the Cabana and Cheetham Hill, Manchester. Yeah, if you want a good curry, mate, go to Cheetham Hill or like that road. What is it, Winning Road or whatever? Lamb madras, tandoori chopped, Bombay potatoes, baby food, mate. I love the best thing about an Indian is the starters. When you get like a mixed whatever starter and it comes with 4 different like little meats and that, and it's just fucking unreal, mate. Indian starters are the best. Chinese starters to me are not great because they're never really actually like proper starters, are they? Whereas you would start with like a chicken chat or like a fucking little lamb shank or whatever, or do you know what I mean? Lamb kebab, or like, I don't know, what else would you get as a thing? Yeah, like tandoori starters and that, where it's like some few pieces of different meats. You'd start with that and then go to a curry. There's nothing really at Chinese that I would say is like a guaranteed starter. Maybe, but then again, if you went to a restaurant, you would get duck as like a main, and you'd eat it as a main. But I suppose if you get duck with people, that could be considered a starter, can't it? Duck. Thanks for some great takeaway shirts, mate. Do you know what? I need a piss. You have to wait because I really need a wee. Look at me in pajama pants. I can just wait here. Oh no. Oh, this is the worst. I sit there thinking I can finish it, but I just can't. There's no way I can finish that whole thing back. Right. Oh, as well. I swear like it. Can you even hear me? Oh, long way ago. Do you know what it is? So, when I have a joint, I get the worst dry mouth of all time ever, and I just nail drinks the whole time I'm here. Flint has the best Indian in North Wales, mate, the Raj. I'll try that out. I'll drive up to Flint. You're not far from me now, yeah? One day, it couldn't be after work, I'll drive up to Flint and we'll have an Indian, because then I can just drive home, not getting pissed or anything. We'll just have a nice Indian. Me, you, and Rob. Jalfrezi is banging. What's the spice on a jalfrezi? I can't have too many chilies, but I don't like too little chilies. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you have like a chili meter, 30 minutes, bro. Yeah, perfect. I'll come up. And then you can come down here and come to Two Dragons. Unbelievable. Right, I'm going to go to the proper questions now because I feel like I'm 37 minutes in and I answered one question. I've got a lot of good questions. Right. So we'll start with Matthew again. Shall I read this? Matthew again, 23, but shall I read it? Do I always have to read the 23? I feel like I do that with Smidge as well. We'll go with Matthew again. If your gaff was on fire and your family dogs were safe and you had to grab one item, what would it be? I would say, genuinely, laptop. Because you can do loads with a laptop and it's more expensive than a phone. And you can replace a phone with a shit phone, but you can't replace a laptop with a shit laptop. And this is a good laptop and I like it. Probably my laptop. Jesus Christ. I've been ill, you know, badly ill. And I went to the gym today because I'm ill. And I feel like I'm going to go in work tomorrow ill. And it won't be appreciated that I'm that ill. I go in work no matter how ill I am, and I'm going to be ill as anything tomorrow. And I'll still be in work at 6 a.m. and I don't know why. Oh, I'm not going to the gym after work though, no way. Right, anyway, what would you want item be? Oh, laptops. We had 2 questions. Oh no, but I think his questions were from before. It's all about Joey Barton. Oh no, it must be a new one anyway. Not a question, but I'd like to hear your theories on why Joey Barton's head has fell off all of a sudden. I don't think his head's fell off, but I do think his head fell off a little bit, but then it's like making me like, now is it not making it feel at first when it first happened, that James English interview, and then like going on to women and just like fully attacking them, and then announcing his podcast but not really like doesn't really like advertise his podcast that much, considering if it was all about his podcast. I feel like I just thought his head fell off, but then now I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it. Like, he's definitely not. I don't think it's an advertising campaign, advertising thing for his podcast, because he barely speaks about his podcast. And is his podcast doing well? I feel like his head just fell off, you know. Or maybe he was on holiday when so maybe he's getting pissed all the time, or maybe he gets pissed all the time. Fuck knows, but his head's definitely fell off. Because like he's going for all the things, like obviously that Jeremy Vine's an easy target. And I used to listen to fucking Radio 2 in that job I had at the start of the year. And he's an idiot, so knows he's a shite manager that'll never get a good job. Yeah, but he would have got another job though. He never did that bad a job. He never did that bad a job at Fleetwood, and was it Bristol City, Bristol Rovers? Was it Bristol Rovers and Finger and Bristol Rovers and who've I even just said the first one? What was the first one I just said? I got the first one right straight away, and I can't remember it. Bristol Rovers and Fleetwood, wasn't it? Yeah. So I don't think he did that bad a job at them two. Didn't he get one of them promoted in the end, or do something with one of them? I reckon he would have got another job, a decent job. He could have plugged his way into another job, and I feel like he had a decent standing in the media to the point where he could easily finger. Get a he's too bored. He could definitely get a what's it called? A decent media job and then build himself into another management. Listen here, I've got a question for you. I'm turning the questions back onto the chat. Does anybody not think Roy Keane would have another go at management? He'd be all right. I feel like he would if he got a decent job in the Championship with a decent team and got backed a little bit. I think he would do well. I would get behind him. I want to get behind Roy Keane, the manager. He said in that interview where he's walking with Gary. I don't know if he got cool feet or whatever, but in the interview where he's walking with Gary Neville with the dog, walking the dog, he says he wants to get back into management to Gary Neville, and he says I've had a couple of interviews, and he wants to get in. And I thought that was almost like a walking advertisement for someone to hire him. And I just don't know why he's not got a job. Look at some of the people who get. I know he wouldn't start as low as fucking Forest Green, but look at some of the people that are getting jobs. Troy Deeney is a manager, mate. A guy who once tweeted in Stoke with gang members is now a football manager. That cannot go right, and he will never be a good football manager. What the hell? Have you seen that video? So it's definitely a massive line in between. There's a massive line between players not being able to be criticised now and them being too mollycoddled. Or is that the same thing? Do you know what I mean? Criticising players now. People say you can't criticise players, and there's definitely an extent where nothing's allowed to be said about anyone. Even you have to look at that tweet the fucking FA sent about Kane. They sent a light-hearted joke about Harry Kane. They ended up making him England captain over it. That's how sensitive he is. He ended up getting made England captain over a tweet. Harmless jokes that someone probably lost a job. One of the most just harmless, light-hearted jokes I've ever. And someone probably lost a job, and Kane got made England captain over it. So there definitely is. You can't say things about players. But I feel like some managers do dig players out sometimes when they deserve it, and you go, do you know what? Yeah, that player deserved it. It was good to dig him out. What he's tried that Troy Deeney thing where he's he's been shit for weeks, and that's why he's not been playing, and he's not playing next week. So that you already know that. I feel like that's mad. But obviously, he's going to be that sort of person. There's no way he's going to do well as a manager. But why can't Roy Keane get a job? What Championship jobs are open at the moment? Is there a single? He wouldn't have gone back to Sunderland, would he? Would that not have been a mad little do for Sunderland when they instead of getting Tony Mowbray? No, they got rid of Tony Mowbray. Did they? Yeah, I like Tony Mowbray as well. They got rid of him, didn't they? And they got in this Michael Beale. Surely Roy Keane would do a better job than this Michael Beale, and most importantly, the fans would love him well more. This could be a good show for me. He'd want to go back to Sunderland. Roy Keane to Sunderland, who would say no to that? That's a fucking great move. And I love Sunderland, and I like Roy Keane, so I could fucking definitely get behind Sunderland then. I'd start going to the games. I'd become a Sunderland fan. If Roy Keane Liverpool don't want me at the games. If Roy Keane manages Sunderland again, I'm getting a Sunderland season ticket. That's a promise. You can fucking take that to the bank. I'm getting a season ticket for Sunderland. There's no waiting list for Sunderland, is there? I see it they say to dig it on, but I sometimes see it empty. Not empty, but seats definitely. What's the other question? Oh, I've already gone that. Smidge. So Smidge, it's admitted that the thing about Smidge, yeah, never watches it live. Admits it, never ever watches it live because he can't, because he's always in work Sundays, right? But I don't think he'd watch it live anyway. He says he watches it. He listens to it. He listens to it on because I always say that I would never watch someone. He listens to it on the Purple thing, and he gets it. And he messages me. The reason why we speak quite a lot, not quite a lot, but we message probably more than a lot of people who watch this, is because he gets on me when I don't upload it to the thing. But sometimes I feel like if you don't upload it for a couple of days, it's better that people watch the actual thing where you're having a laugh in the chats there. Whereas some people will just listen to it on the podcast like I would, and then they'll miss the whole funniness of it when the chat's live and stuff. But he gets on me to say play it tonight. He's not going to watch this. Fair enough. Anyway, so Smidge, but I talk to Smidge, and I feel like Smidge asks not loaded questions, but questions he knows from the week where we've been talking, he wants to get onto. So he says, do you think I'm liked or unliked on Twitter? And I feel like, right, back before the Christian Eriksen tweet, I could do no wrong. Nothing, no matter what I said or did, people found funny on Twitter. The Christian Eriksen thing just killed me, didn't it? Done, finished. I was talking about this the other night. So I went out on the 28th, Sick night out. We went out on the 28th in between Christmas. This is why Jamie still in here? Can't tell if people are still in here. If Jamie comes out on the 2nd, we're gonna have a sick night, you know. Trust me, because the 28th was a good night. We just have a laugh, and then we all came back here and had a joint, and we all was talking about the Eriksen tweet, and one of the lads who was with me that day was there as well at the same time. So it was funny to like corroborate it with him being there, and we was telling it to our other mates who'd been out with us. And he was just saying the funniest part of it all. So I've never obviously ever had my Twitter notifications on ever. The only time I get my notifications is when I open the app. That's the only time that I see. Yes, Jamie's definitely out. That's the only time I ever see anything on Twitter is when I open the app. Yeah, but if I'm drinking, I cannot look at my phone all day. Tomo, who I go to the games with, and that he says he's one of his things is always, if you have to rely on me to text you when I'm drinking to sort anything out, meeting point, meeting up later, just anything, you've failed. You're not going to get it. You might do, but you're already on the back foot. Do you know what I mean? So I cannot look at my phone for hours. And I remember it was in of all places, Phoenix night, so Phoenix Club, St. Greg's, the beer gardens it's fucking sick there now. They've done it all up. It was in the beer garden there. Some guy randomly just walks up. Well, do you know what? So me and Booth was in a bit of a disagreement with this. So I think it was Damon. I think I don't know if Booth thinks it is. I think it was Damon who's the one who throws my whole fucking thing off with the Eriksen thing on the video where he goes, fuck Christian Eriksen. And I just go, yeah, do you know what? Fuck Christian Eriksen. Because he's the one who does it in the house as well. I'll get the things up because I was going to thing him before and I didn't. He's the one that says something in the house that makes me change my mind. And then when we're outside and I'm ready to do the actual full apology, he's the one who says something again that makes me change my mind. And both times he makes me change my mind. And I feel like I've got him saved, and I feel like I was going to be nice both times, right? So this is the one in the house, yeah. So I'll tell you what, I'll play these, then I'll go back to the actual story, right? So these are ones in the house, look, in the house. And I've only just realised, no, I may as well, I've got to say that tells a bit to this. So we're in this smoking shed, we're in the beer garden, it's dead nice. It was in June, yeah, summer. And my mates had come down for Wrexham for a big day out. I might have told this before anyway on this, but it doesn't matter anyway. It was asked, it's good. So my mates come down from Wrexham. I took them to the Phoenix Club because why not? Big beer garden. You can show them the Phoenix Club sign. Look, we're at the Phoenix Club. Why would you not take people who are visiting Farnworth of all places to the Phoenix Club? And I think it was Damon. And I think, did Booth actually agree it was Damon who came out and said, no, because Damon would have told us, so it definitely wasn't Damon. What am I talking about? Comes out anyway and says, Eriksen's gone off for Denmark. He doesn't look bad. And me and Booth was sat next to me and he was like, yeah, someone came out and said that. And I just picked up my phone, went on open Twitter, hadn't said anything bad all day, was in everyone's good graces. I think I'd been fucking highlighting my day drinking. And I know for a fact there was a video where I put a thing on of and because the videos on my Snapchat still thing, where I uploaded it to Twitter where it's all of us having Jaeger bombs and people are replying to it like, oh yeah, like, oh, sick video incoming and all this, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind people saying that, but loads of people, sick video incoming, blah, blah, all nice things. Imagine I posted that now, mate. I'd be like, oh, he's 31, why is he fucking drinking Jaeger bombs doing videos, right? But anyway, at the time, it was all nice things. Picked up my phone after someone said, Eriksen's gone off for Denmark, it doesn't look good, and just tweeted, I hope he never plays again. Fuck Eriksen or something at Tottenham, I hope he never plays again. Close Twitter, go back to my day. No one in Bolton, I promise you, Booth and Damon, who was out from Bolton, they don't use Twitter ever. Booth has Twitter. Sometimes if you tag him in something, he'll look, but he doesn't use Twitter. David doesn't. And I don't really think that the lads from Wrexham did, but none of us were on our phones. And when we get back to the house, I open my phone and it says 20 plus notifications. And I look, and at first, I'm pissed. So I'm not really concentrating. And I'm thinking, whoa, what's everyone saying here? And I'm just reading them all. And it's just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. It had been hours. Imagine how much that had taken heat in like 3 hours, and I hadn't checked my phone for like 3 hours. So look at this first video. I'm going to apologize, and Damon stops me from apologizing. And then the big video that went everywhere, and everyone was like, "Look at him! I can't believe he said this." Oh yeah, because this one never got posted. I never posted this one anywhere. This one where I'm apologizing first. This was just a Snapchat thing. That's why. And then the second one that, like, obviously that everyone's seeing because it was the first video I posted. I'm trying to apologize and fucking. He does it twice. Watch this. Yeah, I should. Can I not put this up? Watch this. I can. Do you know what? Watch this. Welcome to the Airbook. So yeah, and then obviously it happened, and I just never. Can I do this quick enough to make it worth it? I feel like I can. Showing folder, watch this. If I put that on the desktop, close that, I can do this. Trust me, I can do this, guys. Watch how good I can be on this. Can I do it in a quick enough time to make it worth it? Brand, right, hang on. Video, I think I can do this. Watch, I can play it, and I can send the other one, and it will be quick as well. Downloads. Oh, did I move it to the desktop? Yeah, I did. Oh, why won't it do it? Why can't I play it? Oh, it won't work. That's sad. Maybe it's the video's not supported. I don't get it. Oh, that would have been really good. I could have played the video on the thing. Oh, I thought I could have. Why can't I play the video on the thing? That's sad. Anyway, it doesn't matter, so I'll just play it. My heart's been broken a little bit here. I thought I could be dead high tech and get it on the screen, and I can't. Such a funny day. Right, you ready? Can I just play that? Look at how it starts. Hang on. Hang on.
Christine Eriksen. Christine Eriksen covers for the injuries. Christine Eriksen.
See, I'm trying to have a good time. I'm trying to apologize. In the video ends, I apologise twice though, and he doesn't do it. And then the one that was the one that was a bad one, right? Look at this. This is the one that killed me. Never have I recovered from this ever in my life, and I never will. Where is it? How do you find your favourite videos? I've saved it to my favourites. There it is. Look at this. I fully, definitely am apologising to this. It's 1,000,000%. You can tell I'm not in an aggressive mood. I'm not saying anything aggressive. I'm starting it happy. Look. It's him again.
Well, I'm very sorry about Christine Eriksen, and I hope that Christine Eriksen. It's not just me. I hope you fucking die. It's not just me. I was gonna put
Mate, the cotton mouth.
I was gonna put a 5-point apology for Christine Eriksen, but listen, fuck Christine Eriksen. He's a little Tottenham cunt.
Never won him back. Never forgive me. Shut my phone again, and I remember we're walking. Where are we walking? We're walking back into farm before we're walking to get a thing. Oh no, yeah, we went to the pub near mine at the bottom of that street. I'd gone in there and got a taxi from there to town. So the next time I probably look at my phone is in town hours later, and that video had gone down even worse than the tweet. Why I thought that video was like, like get rid of the fire or something. They just posted that. Oh, it was the worst. The few days after that, mate, was hell. I had to just like mute everything. I was just getting it from everywhere. Everybody was giving me shit. No matter what I tweeted, I was just getting shit on them tweets all the time. Oh, it was the worst. The worst 3 days ever to be on Twitter. Funny though. But I do feel like now I'm a bit older. I couldn't be asked with everyone liking me. I feel like the people that I don't like me are the people I definitely don't want to like me. It used to be hard work, with like you'd argue with someone and then you'd get football Twitter, but not the ones with the pictures of like Messi and stuff. The other football Twitter, they'd stick up for you, but they'd stick up for you with the worst arguments ever, the most cringy stuff, and you'd think, do I have to like sign off on this? Is that like, do they think I agree with what they're saying? But they do fucking swarm, even though the arguments they have the worst arguments, the worst shouts ever. They do swarm on you, and they're a good little thing to have. I do miss them. Right, what's Thingy said? Oh yeah, MR / so he's at How Are We, but his name's MR. Wonder if he's in here. Probably not. Your dream and reasonable UFC 300 card. So I keep saying, right, why can't anybody in here like MMA? Right, why can't they do 5 title fights on the main card? I know it sounds ridiculous, but why not? Why it's UFC 300. And you know what? We'll look back at 100. 100 was a good card. 200 was a terrible card. I feel like we give UFC 200 like well too much more credit than it was. It was a shocking card. Have you seen the main card? You've got fucking Nunes versus Miesha Tate, not a big fight whatsoever. And then what's the second fight on it? It's not a good card at all, I feel like it should have been, and I do get the whole point that it should have had John Jones versus Cormier on. I get that and everything. Oh yeah, Brock won it, Brock Lesnar, like against Mark Hunt. Like it was 200 was a terrible card. See, I wasn't into MMA enough at 200 to know if the whole. I know I just got into it to know if the whole card was stacked. You know what I mean? Like how 300 is going to be stacked, even if it's not got any big fights on it. It's still going to be a stacked card. But I just feel like I wasn't into MMA enough to know if them fights in 200 were good. Maybe I'll look back on it now. Let's have a look at the UFC 200 card. But 300, I feel like, why can't it just have 5 title fights on it? Just put 5 title fights on it. You don't have to be full on title fights. Do Aspinall versus Gain interim title. Could you maybe do the BMF Max versus Gaethje for the BMF. I don't think they'd probably do that, but get rid of that then. So the women's title fight, the one that's been booked. So what's it called? The two Chinese girls, Weili Zhang and is it Zhao Nan, whatever. And then you've got interim title, Aspinall versus Gain, and then go Leon versus Bilal, turn around Strickland versus DDP quick and get them against Izzy, or turn around Volkanovski and Topuria quick. If Topuria wins, turn him around quick against Max. Turn him around quick against Max. And if Volkanovski wins, turn him around quick against the winner of Allen versus... Who's Allen fighting? Who's Allen fighting now? Arnold Allen. The Cho main event. The Cho main event. Co-main event. Fuck you, Will Roberts. Right, anyway, that's my card. So, yeah. That's what I want, and I think it is reasonable. Why is that so unreasonable? 5 cards. It's UFC 300. It's supposed to be massive. Bilal Muhammad. So main event: Strickland versus Izzy, or DDP versus Izzy. Second fight: Topuria versus Max. But I do think Volkanovski's going to win. So Topuria versus Max. Third fight after that: Leon versus Bilal. Next fight: the two girls, Weili Zhang and Yon Jordan. And last one: interim title. What's he called? Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. And if one of them fights can't happen, turn around the bantamweight women, whatever it is, it's bantamweight, the women's one with Rochelle Pennington versus whoever she's fighting. Turn them around quick against Juliana Pena at 300. 5 title fights. You've got 6 fights there that you can easily make to get 5 title fights on the main card, and then you've just made 300 massive. UFC 300 then is huge because it's got 5 title fights on the main card, or even go 4 because they've done 3 plenty of times. But at least go 4, and you can easily go 4. You can go 4 just off what's available now. Aspinall versus Gain, the two girls, Bilal versus Edwards, and what's the one that's available now? Or is that it? Well, you can turn around one of them anyway. At least go 4. At least 4 fights on the main card, not 3. Because 3 is just like, I know you can go UFC 300. You could do 3 title fights if it had been 3 big title fights. You know what I mean? If you'd have gone Strickland DDP as one of them with, maybe not. Oh yeah, Pereira as well. Look at that. Ankalaev just won then. Pereira will definitely turn around and fight Ankalaev on 300, won't he? Surely. Pereira's a kickboxer, mate. He used to fight every week. There you go. See. So UFC 300 card can be 5 title fights out of Pereira versus anyone. So that's 1 easily done, because Pereira will definitely defend. If you just put him in against anyone on that, if you say we're just going to put Pereira in, and even an easy defense for him, it doesn't matter because he's just another title fight on the card. And if you're getting 5, they don't have to be good. So Pereira versus anyone can be made. There's a title fight. Edwards versus Bilal can be made. There's another title fight. Jean Janot versus Weili Zhang has already been announced. So there's a 3rd title fight. Tom, why am I so bad at this? Well, I'm stoned. What's his name? Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane for the interim. And then you can either turn around Strickland and DDP fast. You can turn around Topuria or Volkanovski fast. You can turn around the girls fast. Rochelle Pennington and I've just said a name, whatever. Shamrock Ortiz. You can definitely get 6. Look how bad the air is. I'm not even booked until the 26th. Shocking. The 23rd. Oh shit! Have I not booked in for the 2nd? Or is that the 26th? Yeah, I'm booked in. No, I'm not booked in for the 2nd. Fuck. Have I booked in for the 2nd? I need to book an haircut. I can do that off thingy, can't I? Oh my god, I've got 3 new bookings while this has been going on. See, so I didn't even finish that, did I? So I took back control of my Airbnb because I had enough of this thing, yeah. And 3 new bookings while this has been on. But I massively lowered the price, but so what? It needed to be lowered. Oh my god, 26th of Jan. I need them to not book soon because it's not ready. The fucking company stole the linen out the house, back out the house. I need to go and buy linen and that. Yeah. 10th to the 14th of February. 26th to the 28th of Jan. 16th to the 18th of Feb. Unreal. Balling out, boys. Comes up on my watch, but I've turned my things off while I'm on this. My notifications on my watch off. Buzzing. Right, let's go to the next question. I finished that question, didn't I? Yeah. Darren Bond, if Salah went, who would you want to replace him with? See, this is the thing. I don't know who I would replace Salah with in terms of like an actual like-for-like person who's just good, because I don't watch enough football around Europe, and I obviously don't want to buy someone from the Premier League, really. I don't want Bowen. I want someone sick and who's from a different league, who's going to like be like proper entertaining. Actually, maybe I'm saying being harsh on Bowen. Would I want Bowen? I probably wouldn't want Bowen. I want someone rapid, and I feel like Bowen's not. Maybe Bowen's fast, but he's not rapid. I want like really, really, really fast. So someone else knows more than that, but I just know the money we're going to get for him. We are not a rich club. We don't get, our owners do not sanction big transfers, and they do not sanction big transfer windows. This was one, bear in mind how little we've spent all the previous years. We rode this and it still wasn't over the top big. It was just a decent transfer window. They don't do it and they never will. We won the fucking Champions League and spent 4 million, and it's just glossed over because we won the league. It's fucking scandalous what they did to us that summer. Ridiculous. No one should ever defend FSG just for that summer alone. We could have had. We went and won the league, but that team was unbelievable, so it was always going to win the league. We should have fought ahead of winning the league. We should have spent big money in that summer, and it pisses me off that we never. No other club in the world would ever be ran to do that, and we've just been like trained to look like lump it for some reason because we had bad owners in the past. At least he would be saying, don't know enough about him. Is he rapid? If he's rapid, yeah, I don't care, get him in. But 150 million for Salah, you have to sell him and reinvest it in all different players, all different areas. Defence, we need the money. And his best days are gone. And also, so he asked me this and said, can I have two questions? And anyone can have two questions. I might not pick them, but you can. Also, would you have Mbappe in our team? I'm going to go and get the tweet right. And this is no hate to Lamar, because Lamar's a good guy, one of my good friends, love him to bits. And he's helped me with the Airbnb, because he does his Airbnb thing. So he's helped me get it off, and he's helped me massively recently, yeah. But he did this tweet and I just think, brother, no, you're lying. He did look at this. So someone put a picture, a good picture as well, Mbappe with the Champions League and the Liverpool top on, and he said, wouldn't have him, nowhere near the club, attitude stinks, completely ruin the dressing room. He would. Can't be having a man who thinks he's bigger than the club. And I've seen that. But then, so because I said to him, you're mad. I must have, like, I don't know if Twitter does that. You comment on something and it brings up more. I've seen a few more people saying this about Mbappe, and I think, you're mad, mate. How would you not want Mbappe at Liverpool? Imagine Mbappe playing for Liverpool. I don't care if we don't win anything for 3 years, mate. Imagine the fun we'd have with Mbappe playing for us, the biggest player, the best player in the world. And we would win something, by the way, because he's that good a player that you would have to win something. Imagine Mbappe playing for Liverpool for 3 years. Obviously, he would never stay here. Eventually, he would get off at some point. Forgot you're doing this show. Louis, where have you been, mate? See, I feel like with Louis, I don't know who any of these players are, so it's pointless saying them. I feel like with Louis, at least he's always here. He always gives me the view. Do you know what I mean? It's nice of him. But what Louis is saying is true. As I said, this is another story. I never finished at the start of it. See what I mean? Conflicting information, but I used to, and I definitely trust Mike more than Green. I used to never know if Green was a hater or not, because sometimes he'd say like pretty bad things, but sometimes it'd be nice. Mike's always been one of the real ones. So do you know what? Fuck this. What's he called? How do I pronounce that? Someone right how to pronounce it? I'm the worst with pronouncing names. And obviously I know Raphael, but how do you pronounce the other bit? But yeah, how could you not want Mbappe at Liverpool? Imagine Mbappe playing for Liverpool, just Mbappe being here and being a Liverpool player, how exciting it'd all be, and how just like sick it'd be when he gets the ball and stuff. And then he's the biggest guy in the world. Everything about him playing for Liverpool would be sick. Yeah, lying to yourself if you say you wouldn't want Mbappe. Of course we'd all want Mbappe. I think like it's just like of course you would want Leo. Is that easy? I would have said Leo or something. Garbage, don't want him. Right, yeah, of course you want Mbappe. Mason Jones, what's your favourite? So I put this in because I thought by the time this comes, I will have done a tiny little bit of research and found a duo, so I could say not them. But Mason Jones has asked me who my favourite duo from Liverpool is. Music duo is, and I couldn't find a music duo from Liverpool that I even knew. Well, not that I couldn't find one. I haven't looked, so I'm just going to say Mason and Ellie. They're a good little duo, actually. I'm going to hire next when I do a party. When I do the first watch-along party, which I think I'm going to do in March, they can play the watch-along party, and everyone can just come get pissed at a venue, and I think it'd be fucking sick. What's the best film you've watched last year? Doesn't have to come out. Oh yeah, Paddy, last question, because we're an hour and 5 minutes, and I didn't realise how far in we was until I just checked the time, and it's the last question, so this is perfect. What's the best film you watched last year? Doesn't have to have come out last year though. I'm trying to think, what films did I watch last year though? You're back in the ground yet? Man, that's going to be at least a season. If even I just end up having to do the whole 3 years, who knows? Long way away. What's the best film that came out last year? Do you know what I thought was really good? It started off sick, and I remember me and Louis telling each other how good the film started, and then it went so terrible. That the film were that film were what's that film where not Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill was in, where he's a Jew. His family are rich, or her family, she's black, and his family are rich Jews, but he's like a hip hop Jew. Is it whatever that was? Started off sick and went terrible. Let's have a look. Best films of 2023. Sure, I watched a few best films. Best films of 2023. Can you believe that Saltburn? Have I sat on this or did I say it on Twitter? Saltburn, I booked a ticket for that in the start of December. Because Tuesdays were the day when I could just go to the cinema in between picking JJ up and finishing work. So I'd go on a Tuesday, book Saltburn because I'd seen everything else. I'd watched every other film that was possibly out. And then the story to Saltburn seemed like something I'd like. Because I don't mind like little indie drama pieces and shit like that. And it started, and I remember it starting and thinking, this is like going to be a mad film, this. And then it's the bit where he gets into the school and he's putting that Liverpool accent on, and I was thinking, can I watch this guy do this Scouse accent all this way through this film? Because it was terrible. I feel like before I had Scouse mates and stuff, that would have passed for me and I would have been okay with it. But then, because I feel like I actually hear Scouse accents all the time, it was like the worst Scouse accent of all time. And then it was shot small, and I can't deal with that, mate. I promise you, it's the worst. You know where you lose loads of your screen and it's just black either side, pisses me off. That's the first thing when I first started doing these videos, and I recorded them on Party Time, what it's called, whatever the free app is on this, and it would cut the side off. I thought, I have to fix that. Something has to happen to fix that. But yeah, anyway, I went to the cinema and it was small, and I was thinking again, I'm sure it's a 2-hour film. Do you know what? It's the first film there. And I wasn't even talking about it. Salt Bay. Oh no, I've just clicked on something else though. Oh, now I'm not even on the same fucking thread. Yeah, look, Saltburn. But so I had that booked on the 2nd of December. Got there, sat there, the only person in the whole screen, and then the projector went off, just completely turned off, and I had to go and watch fucking Elf. Terrible film, by the way. I've never watched Elf, sat and watched Elf all the way through, because by the start of it, I knew it's not going to be that good. And listen, it was all right. It's a decent little Christmas film, but it's still not good. Not like as good as people make out it is. It was just like an okay watch because it was Christmas and it started Christmas. Saltburn, yeah, watched 10 minutes of it and then just didn't finish it because the projector broke. And I don't think I'll ever watch it because everyone's saying it's dead weird. Killers of the Flower Moon, sick. Oppenheimer, best film of 2023. There you go, boom, perfect there. Couldn't even think of it. Why did I not think of that straight away? Can you believe I watched that 3 times at cinema? And then as soon as it came in the box, I watched it another 2 times. You know what? I might even go and watch it right now. It's late though, innit? I've got work. See, the bad thing about these live chats is because I have had a joint so early. So if I had had a joint all day, by the time it gets to this, I wouldn't be like this after a joint where I can actually talk and stuff. I'd be like just like on the couch, like dead tired and that. So I couldn't have had a joint all day. But no, this wakes me up. A joint wakes me up for about 5 hours. I'm going to be the tightest man in the world tomorrow. The only thing that can make this worse if his JJ has a bad night, but surely he won't have a bad night. Up at 5, right? We've been going an hour and 7 minutes. What are we on? Time-wise now? 22. Yeah, we're calling it off. This has been good, you know. I'm glad they're back. I've had a really good time. I'm ill though. I will be in work tomorrow. I promise you this ill. And I don't know why I do it, but I know I already said that. But I will be in work tomorrow, and I'll be complaining how ill I am, and I'll be complaining how tired I am because I am tired and I am ill. So I'm gonna go. It's been good this though. Every Sunday, I promise you, it'll be here every single Sunday this year. Unless like I'm doing something. When's there a Sunday when I'm not doing it? Hang on, straight away. The 4th of February. There won't be one on the 4th of February. Will there be one? Nah, there won't be one on the 4th of February, so I'll do it on the 2nd of February. Oh no, I'm out on the 2nd of February, so I can't even do it on the 2nd of February. No, I don't. I do not have to, Mike, actually, because this is my live chat and I can decide which questions I choose to and choose not to answer. Not that many anyway, if any. Not that many anyway. That's the one, not if any. Not that many anyway. Right, I'm going. This will stay up straight away, but I'll put it on the purple app. I'll put it on the podcast app and on Spotify on not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, because people are just going to listen to it in work, aren't they? Probably at some point tomorrow, maybe after work, I'll put it on that. What have I got coming up this week? There'll be a podcast with John on Tuesday. Me and Maisie are doing a UFC what are they on now? 297 thing on Thursday. No, Wednesday. So that'll be at Wednesday night. Just chatting about 296. I'm doing a boxing one this week at some point. Don't know when that's coming out. My new thing is just anyone who wants to do a video, message me. I'll do a video. That's my new YouTube thing this year. I'm going to do a live chat every Sunday, and it'll be on. I'll probably share every Sunday. And if it gets moved from a Sunday, I'll do it on another day that week, even if it's like a Saturday morning live chat for an hour, because more people listen to the live chat during the week than they listen to it live. So it doesn't matter when it's live; it just needs to be recorded with a couple of people asking questions. So yeah, and then Tuesday. What's Tuesday? I feel like I've got more stoned as the video's gone on. Is that like a thing? I feel like it usually hits you at first. I'm just starving now, but you know what? I made tea before, and purposely made well more because I knew I was having a joint and I didn't want to be like sluggish and stuff. So I had a nice, like, I had quite a lot, to be fair. Do you know what? That's a lie. I felt sick. I ate that much. I felt sick, but I could have ate more. And then I went and bought munch. Do you want to see what the munch I pre-bought, knowing that after this I'm going to want to eat loads of munch? So I didn't want to go crazy on things like cakes and that. I wanted to get the three bases covered. So crisps, sweets, chocolate. So for crisps, we went for beef hula hoops, 6-pack. I will eat 6 of them. 100% before I go to bed, I'll eat 6 of them. And then we've got Starburst, fruit chews, and Starburst fruit chews. When have they ever been called Starburst fruit chews? Just Starburst. And then dairy milk caramel. Big. So the munch bag's empty. I don't think there's anything in the munch bag. There's always stuff in the munch bag. But I think for the first time ever, it's actually empty. Oh no, not fully empty. So we've got some McCoys. What flavours have we got left? Every time I laugh, it's full. We've got cheese and cheddar and onion and them left. Very salted are my favourite out of them, so that's why they're gone. Oh my god. Got more beef hula hoops. I love beef hula hoops. How many packs? Only 2, so that wouldn't have been enough anyway. I'd have had 4. If I hadn't gone to the shop before, I'd have had 4 bags of crisps. Only had 4 bags of crisps, that's not enough. And then what else have we got in here? I think it's all shite, to be honest. Mars bar, that's quite nice. Oh, do you want me to tell you what? This is a fucking urgent message to everyone who's watching this, actually. A very important message. More important than anything else. 2 Mars bars. More important than anything else we've ever just talked about. These are absolutely fucking terrible. The worst dog shit thing ever of all time. Do not eat them. Terrible. In fact, it's going in the bin. I can't throw things away, so that would have stayed there until a day when I was. Do you know what though? If I hadn't gone to the shop and bought that stuff, that would have got nailed at some point tonight. But it's going in the bin. What's he saying? Didn't answer. I wasn't there. Why do I buy the worst shit? And I've got a couple of these, but these are left from Christmas. These are good, you know. These are seriously good stuff. I said when you left half of it. Yes, terrible stuff. Honestly, Stefan, the worst. So with chocolate, I need it something like this with soft in the inside, or even a Malteser where even though it's crunchy inside, it's got an inside. Mars bar, soft in the inside, caramel, dairy milk caramel. I can't just have I hate just plain dairy milk chocolate. Do you know what I mean? Just like plain chocolate. And that's rock hard. Not salted caramel salt, it's fucking garbage. Right. I've got a lot of good munch there. What shall I watch now? I'm gonna go and watch. Right. I'm gonna go and watch one thing. Oh, my box is broke as well, you know. How bad's that this weekend? How bad a weekend's this been for me, box being broke? Couldn't watch the Cam Smith fight, couldn't watch the City game, couldn't watch the United game today. So I need to get it fixed. But what can I watch? I've only got Netflix, Amazon. No way, I can't watch Snooker. Snooker was on in the gym today, and there was a guy called Trump. How did he get on? I was watching his game for ages on the treadmill. I just put Trump. Why did I just? I'm trying to find a snooker player who was playing about 4 p.m. live in the UK on BBC, and I've just Googled just Trump, as if by somewhere I'd managed to find him through all the other Trumps in an hour. Do you know what I mean? Trump snooker player. Judd Trump, that was his name, skinny guy. How did he get on? How do I find out how he got on? He was against Ali Carter. It was mad. Oh no, he lost. Trump makes century break. Yeah, he won. Trump won. That Ali Carter was on to win the whole thing, the whole game, like easily. And he, did Ali Carter win? And that Ali Carter made the maddest like mistake ever, and it fucked him. I used to like pool me, not snooker. Anyway, I'm going. I'll find something on Netflix or something to watch. O'Sullivan beating Carter at the final now. Oh, is O'Sullivan in the final right now? I'll go and watch that. I'll watch that because that'll be good to watch. Right, what channel is it on? Should I change this to? Should I just end this and change it to a watch along for the snooker now? Well, that's avoid off. Avoid it all my food. Right, I'm going by. It's been fun. I've already said all the stuff that I'm doing this week. I'm getting off. See you later, everyone. Bye.